Namaskar. Many ask me about psychedelic drugs and if they can give us spiritual experiences like those we get from meditation. This is a very interesting topic that needs to be addressed. So let's take a closer look. Psychedelic drugs emerged in the 1960s and have remained popular ever since. Just like meditation expands our awareness and our consciousness, psychedelics claims to do the same. For anything to be consciousness expanding, there must be an introversive movement, meaning there must be an effort to enter deep within the mind. By doing so, we become more conscious, meaning we get a deeper understanding of ourselves, about life, and about the universe. It is well known that yogic and tantric meditation expands one's consciousness in this way. But can psychedelics do the same? Can psychedelics give a similar spiritual experience? Why meditate if one can just take a pill or just take a trip? For deep meditation and spiritual experiences, the brain plays an important role, meaning the brain needs to function well and be well coordinated. The more the various parts of the brain connect and coordinate with each other, the deeper we can understand our physical reality, the outer world, but also our spiritual reality, the inner world. Yogic science has developed several meditation techniques that develop the brain. This includes pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, etc. from the system of Raja Yoga, but there are others. But yoga asanas too, the physical yoga postures, play an important role, and so does diet. These we will cover in a separate video. Research has shown that psychedelics too, to a certain extent, have a stimulating effect on the brain and its function. The main reason is that the drug increases the secretion of hormones like serotonin and dopamine. These hormones are known as happy hormones because they make us feel good. We feel inspired and we feel positive. And when we feel such inspiration, the brain thrives and develops. Lots of research has shown this. But can these psychedelics match the experience of meditation? Can they facilitate a real spiritual experience? In the yogic tradition, all drugs, including psychedelics, are classified as tamaguna. You know, all atoms and all molecules have a unique vibration. And when something is classified as tamaguna, it means that the vibration is strong. From a yogic point of view, this is undesired because such vibrations activate the lower tendencies of the mind, or we can say activate the lower chakra. The spiritual experience we get while our awareness is in the lower chakra is quite inferior to what we experience when the awareness is brought to the higher chakra. The higher the awareness elevates, the more profound spiritual experiences we get. This means that we feel the divine very close. Or we can say we feel the divine within. We experience that we are divine beings. When our awareness is elevated to the Agya chakra in the center of the brain, we feel oneness with everything. One feels that I and the Supreme is the same. But the feeling of I is still there, meaning there's still a duality, I and that. Meaning two entities, me and that. But when our awareness is elevated to the Sahasrara chakra at the crown of the head, the feeling of I dissolves. There's no feeling of separation anymore. There's only bliss. The small consciousness has merged with the infinite consciousness. When our awareness elevates to the higher chakras, we experience pleasant feelings such as hope and love. Such subtle emotions are related to subtle vibrations, while the lower chakras are associated with strong vibrations and unpleasant emotions like fear and hatred. But as our awareness elevates, the mental vibrations becomes less, and as a result, the thoughts become purer. And when our awareness elevates to the Sahasrara chakra, the final destination, no vibrations are felt in the mind. There is just the bliss. When no vibrations are felt, we have entered beyond the physical reality. We have entered the world of pure spirituality, of pure consciousness, pure awareness. This is impossible to experience by taking psychedelics because they are strong vibrations. And this is why yogis go through a process of purification. By fasting, we clean out any impurities that influences the mind in an undesired way. And for the same reasons, yogic take very pure food, meaning food with pure vibrations, and avoid anything that have strong vibrations like alcohol, drugs, including psychedelics. Yogic meditation is an exercise to gain control over the brain and the mind. But psychedelics make us lose control. Under the influence of psychedelics, one has absolutely no control over the movement or the direction of the mind. The mind can shift from euphoria to a bad trip in a fraction of a second. The mind hallucinates, and hallucinations are signs that one has lost control. And besides that, any drug, anything tamaguna, no matter if it comes from the nature, disturb our natural hormone balance big time. A pure spiritual experience needs an overall balanced hormone secretion and not a sudden and uncontrolled hormonal explosion as what psychedelics gives. The spiritual experience one gets from psychedelics is rather distorted compared to meditation. One may feel a sensation of being limitless, of not being limited to this physical body. But it is very different from the pure experience that meditation gives. By meditation, we gradually remain in the state for a longer time, and eventually it becomes permanent. We become true spiritual beings. Psychedelics, on the other hand, can only give glimpses into that mystical world. But they can never let you enter it. And those glimpses are very distorted. The conclusion here is that a pure spiritual experience and steady spiritual progress can only be achieved with a pure mind, where one has full control over the process of internalization. By being high on psychedelics, one has absolutely no control over the mind or over the process. The spiritual experiences gained through meditation by far outshines any psychedelic experience. Alright, that's all for today. I hope this has shed some light on this interesting but rather controversial topic. And remember to subscribe to our channel so you will be notified when new videos are being released. Thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful day.